I mean, I think Larry Fink of BlackRock is by far the most compelling spokesperson for the Bitcoin movement, and he kind of epitomizes the intellectual journey, which is a successful financier first hears about it and hears about all the negative things, and good financiers, they go through this checklist of what are the 100 risk factors, right? Because if you're really good at finance, you can tick off all 100 risk factors. So you do the check, you think about it, and you think, well, kind of scary. I'm going to hold off on it for a bit. And you're skeptical. I was skeptical in 2013. He was skeptical. But at some point, if you're around it enough, if there's a need, if you have a need to know, maybe you get pushed and you realize I need to open my mind and I need to embrace a new idea, find a new idea for growth. Maybe it's defensive, maybe it's a growth initiative. And then sometimes when a critical mass of people that you respect begin to speak with you about it, then you open your mind and then you take the position that
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Michael Saylor discusses his journey into Bitcoin and how he convinced his company, MicroStrategy, to adopt a bold Bitcoin strategy in 2020, reshaping its entire investment philosophy.
this is actually a new, profound, revolutionary thing. It's digital capital. I misunderstood it before. I was wrong. I see a place for it in the world. We have this saying, which is everybody's against Bitcoin before they're for it. Everybody is against Bitcoin before they're for it. And so, yeah, it's not unique. It's pretty common. It's like 1 hour to denier. After 10 hours, you're a trader. It's like, well, it's an asset. I'll buy it cheap and sell it when it's too expensive. After, 100 hours, you start to move to be more of an investor. Like, maybe this is a good investment, like Apple or Facebook. And after 1,000 hours, you're a maximalist. You're like, actually, this is an ethical good. This is freedom and economic and property rights to 8 billion people. This is a chance for 400 million companies to capitalize on an asset which isn't toxic. Wouldn't it be great if you could just buy something and get richer forever without taking risk? Pretty profound idea.
Crypto market analysts say Bitcoin's recent dive below $93,000 will be short-lived, and the asset is still on track to reach six figures before the end of the year. Bitcoin has pulled back almost 7% from its November 22 all-time high of $99,645, hitting an intraday low of $92,775 during early trading on November 26. Still, the asset recovered to trade at around $94,600 at the time of writing, and analysts remain bullish for the remainder of this year. Bitcoin is consolidating ahead of the long Thanksgiving weekend, as traders anticipate a decline in implied volatility. 10x Research founder and CEO Marcus Thielen told Cointelegraph on November 26. He added that Bitcoin has a historical tendency to weaken toward the end of the month, which is helping to alleviate its overbought technical condition. He said that broader macroeconomic factors, such as strong economic growth data, could result in the Federal Reserve surprising markets by holding interest rates steady in December, impacting high-risk assets, but he remained bullish for the coming weeks. Despite these short-term headwinds, we remain confident that Bitcoin will surpass the $100,000 milestone within the coming weeks, maintaining a bullish outlook for 2025. The sentiment was echoed by trader and analyst Blunts, who told his 298,000x followers, "I think up from here, and it ain't going as low as people think." Others on X called it the flush before the rush. Meanwhile, head of finance and crypto analyst at BTC Markets, Charlie Sherry, told Cointelegraph that Bitcoin's recent drop to $93,000 is best understood as part of its historical pattern of sharp gains followed by healthy corrections. He said such pullbacks demonstrate a cyclical pattern that allows the market to consolidate gains and reduce leverage before advancing further, and predicted that this could be a final flush before it hits six figures. The dip to $92,600 aligns with this trend, suggesting it could be the last flush before Bitcoin finally crosses $100,000.
Every day for the past 4.5 years, I get up and I say, buy Bitcoin, and then you do not sell your Bitcoin. Right? Very simple mantras. And by the way, and I don't recommend anything else. There's 100,000 other investment ideas where it might be appropriate to sell them at some point. That's why I don't talk about them. I just talk about Bitcoin, and I say, if you're going to buy it, be prepared to hold it more than 4 years. The short period is 4 years. The mid period is 10 years. The right period is forever. Buy it so you can give it to your grandchildren so your family will be rich in 250 years. That's what I would say about Bitcoin. And, Patrick, when you look at generations, when you're in your 20s, you have a lot of time on your hands and you want respect and you want prosperity. You want to make it in life. I need to make money so I can buy a house, have a family, buy a car, do whatever I want. And so you take your time and you invest it in making money. That's why the millennials, the Gen Zs, they get crypto, they get Bitcoin because they have 100 hours or 200 hours or 1,000 hours. Now, when you get in your 60s or 70s, 80s, how many people, past the age of 55 spend 100 hours studying a profoundly new investment idea to figure out?
Very rarely.
It's because you've already made it. You already got a family. If you're going to have kids and a family and a house and a whatever, you've already done it. And you did it by exercising your trade because you were good at something and you're confident, and that's your worldview, like Warren Buffett's worldview, etc. So I don't blame people. It's just when you're successful at the end of your life, you know what made you successful. You don't have a need to know. When you're at the beginning of your life, you're not successful. You've got no respect. You've got no future. You better find something new, right? That's why Led Zeppelin, they picked up electric guitars and they played rock and roll because Beethoven and Mozart had already done the other thing. Too late for that new thing, right? The new people get the new thing. And so occasionally you find a 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old who will embrace the new idea, but it's like, what is it? You have to be profoundly, intellectually curious. Larry Fink is. That's why BlackRock is going to make a fortune on this. Or you have to be desperate, frustrated, nothing to lose. I mean, the truth is I'd characterize myself that way in 2020. It's like the stock is like $6 a share enterprise value. The company's enterprise value is $6 a share. And my choice is sell the company and retire or take a risk and open my mind. And I remember I'm sitting at my poolside next to my friend Eric Weiss, and it's March and the lockdowns hit and interest rates go to zero and, and the stock market's crashing and, and all hell is breaking loose. And I say, so tell me about that Bitcoin thing again. It's like, so that's what you'll find when, you look at people and they're one or the other, but it takes a while for a paradigm shift. You got to really need it or want it. And that's why it's an exponential process.
Sherry cautioned that if the pullback deepens, BTC could potentially test the $88,000 to $90,000 range, which represents key support levels based on recent price action. However, a deeper correction between 20% and 30% could take Bitcoin closer to $80,000, a level still consistent with prior bull market behavior, he added. He referred to blockchain betting platform Polymarket's 72% odds of BTC hitting $100,000 before Christmas, adding, "I like those odds." DX Squared Capital co-founder C.K. Zhang said that $100,000 is a strong resistance level for Bitcoin in the near term. Certain long-term holders may choose to reduce their Bitcoin exposures at this psychological barrier, and the market may be in a consolidation phase after the gigantic move post the U.S. election. He told, before saying, "We believe the pullback is a healthy one, but the extent of the pullback will be quite shallow. A 20% pullback will provide a great entry point for new long-term investors." Zhang said that the firm expects Bitcoin to break the $100,000 milestone in the next few months, as the new Trump government will push for crypto-friendly rules and regulations in the United States. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Saylor. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.